So, welcome back to Heretic Wargaming. Today we have Blood Angels and Connor. Hi, Connor. Got him on the camera. So we got Connor's beautiful Blood Angels facing off against the Chaos forces of lots of Poxwalkers. So I know Connor is over here looking at his list. I think he's memorizing a few things. So we'll go ahead and start with the Chaos side of things. So for the Chaos side, we have a 2 battalions and a single Supreme Command detachment. So we'll start with the Supreme Command. So the Supreme Command is Terminator Sorcerer, Demon Prince, Ahriman. So I've spent 2 CP to make him into another Warlord. He gets all the stuff from Cult of Magic, which I'll cover with Connor, because he's recently got back, so some of the new stuff he's not very aware of. And then my Demon Prince is my Warlord. He's got the Helm of Command and the High Magister Warlord trait. Then for the battalion detachment for Chaos Space Marines, so we have 3 units of 10 cultists. We have Chaos Lord, spent 2 CP, make him a Warlord, gave him the Relic Claws and Warlord trait Flames of Spite, and a Sorcerer, just normal Sorcerer, and 3 Obliterators. And then for the Death Guard, we've got a unit of 19, a unit of 20, and a unit of 10 Poxwalkers with Typhus and Necrosius, and 3 Plague Burst Crawlers. So I start out with 10 CP. And so let's go ahead over to Connor and see what he brought for the Mighty Blood Angels. Alright, Connor, what'd you bring today?
Okay, so start off, I have a battalion detachment led by Mephiston and a Blood Angels captain who is my Warlord. He will have the Soul Warden Warlord trait, which gives him a Deny the Witch, which should help against all the psychicness. And then he also has the farm CP on a 5-up relic, Verita Vitas, or whatever they call it. Then we just have 3 5-man squads of tactical marines, no upgrades, just bolt guns on all of them. We also have Mephiston in the battalion. He is the new Primaris version, way better model, thanks GW, way better than that last one he had for him. He knows he knows the Quickening, Wings of Sanguinius, and Boil Blood, along with Smite. Moving on, I have the Spearhead detachment led by a Librarian Dreadnought. He also paid a command point for the Biomantic Sarcophagus, which gives him plus 6 inches to the range of his Sanguinary Discipline powers.
Ooh, that's good.
It's a new one from the Blood of Baal. I'm not sure how much is going to come in, but we're going to give it a try. Devastator Squad, what you see is what you get. We have 4 brothers with heavy weapons, and then the rest are just there to take the bullets for them. We have a Leviathan Dreadnought twin assault cannon array, whatever they're called, heavy flamer. Then I paid for 2 hunter killer missiles, then a Land Raider twin las cannon, no multi melta, and the twin heavy bolter. Then we got the big boys, the big kind of the thrust of this army. We have a Lamartes. He's gonna proxy for Lamartes for me. 2 company veterans just to fill out that last slot. Then we have a 15-man squad of Death Company with power axes on the guys that have them, and chain swords on the guys that have them. So what you see is what you get, except no bolt pistols, all bolt guns, because it's still free. And then we have a 10-man squad that's the same. What you see is what you get.
2,000 points of Blood Angels. Alright, we're playing ITC today, and we're going to roll the missions, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so we have deployed, as you guys can see from the Chaos side. So I've got the unit of 20 Poxwalkers in the front, and then the unit of 19 behind with my 2 characters. I got characters just sporadically spread through here with 3 PVCs. Back here's 2 units of cultists. Over there's a unit of cultists and Poxwalkers. And the Obliterators and the Sorcerer are off the table right now. On the Blood Angel side, so he's got a 5-man here with his Captain guy. Inside of here is the Devastators inside the Land Raider, which is, he knew exactly what I was going to try to do, so that's always a good idea. He's got his 2-man unit of the Vets right there. Obviously, he's got the stuff here in the middle. And then there's the 10-man along with 1 5-man. Yep. 1 5-man over there. Oh, yeah, 5-man. Yeah, there we go. And then in Deep Strike, he's got the 15 Death Company along with the Lamartes. So, obviously, there's no Cs. For this game, he took the Reaper, Headhunter, and Recon. And I took Sappers, behind enemy lines, and Mark for Death. I marked both Death Company squads, Lamartes, and Mephiston, because they're going to come at me, so. All right, we'll move on to, and I chose to go first for this game, so we'll go ahead and move to Chaos's turn 1.
Good.
I'm already going to say, Alex, Connor's better at the camera than you. I literally did nothing. I think I shot some mortars and I missed. So, yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So, let's see what happens. Alright, so the end of Chaos turn 1, not much of anything happened. Basically, I shot everything into this first unit attack Marines, and he made every save. So that's basically it. Scores 1-0. So we will move on to Connor's turn 1.
Okay. So I was pretty happy I made the charge and was able to tie up 2 Plague Burst Crawlers. Wish I did a little bit more wounds, especially shooting with all those Devastators and Last Cannons. But tying it down, bringing that other one down to 7, I think it puts me in a pretty good place. Blood Angels are happy. They're getting up in the lines. The only thing is it cost me a ton of CP. I'm already down to 3, so I got to save those for later on shenanigans. But overall, it's not too bad right now.
So the end of Connor's turn 1. So he shuffled up the Land Raider and disembarked all of the dudes here. Now, caveat, he hit with every last cannon and every missile launcher, and then failed to wound with all of them, except for this one. This one actually wounded. So, really sucked. Sad days. Leviathan was just out of that PBC over there, so then he went ahead and on Wings of Fired 10 dudes over here. They charged in and did 4 wounds to that PBC. Beyond that, he killed 8 Poxwalkers from the 20-man group, and that was it. So neither of us really killed anything, but he's up in my lines, and right now he is winning because he did get a recon point, so it is 2-1 in his favor. But let's see what Chaos has up their sleeves in turn 2. Hi, everybody. Obliterators. So Obliterators do what Obliterators do. Caveat to that, I rolled well for the shots at the Land Raider, so because I rolled perfect at the Land Raider and just it died. There was nothing else to it. But beyond that, kind of going into this turn, my idea was to remove all of his shooting threats to basically make the Obliterators immune. which we'll see what happens, because he still has the Leviathan, but I've placed myself in a way that the Leviathan can't shoot me, and that's kind of the game plan. I know he's got all the Death Company, he's got Mephiston, he still has a lot of stuff coming at me, but we'll see what happens in turn 2. All right, the end of Chaos turn 2. So it's kind of brutal. Obliterators came down and do what Obliterators do, and everything's dead. I killed the Librarian Dreadnought with smites, and then over here, Claw Lord just smacked around a bunch of Death Company. He's good. He's good. I don't know why people aren't running him more, but the score though is only 4-2. He's just barely down by 2, but he still has a bunch of stuff in reserve. So, yeah, we'll go to Connor's turn 2.
So it's pretty brutal on the top of this round, losing my Land Raider, losing 10 Death Company, losing 10 Devastators. Yeah, I lost a pretty big chunk of my shooting there. So pretty light shooting phase on my turn. I killed 9 cultists back there when the Death Company dropped in.
It'll be 10.
It'll be 10. Okay.
Runs away. Yep.
Okay, runs away. So I wiped out a squad of cultists. Whatever, it's helping me get those secondaries. I wanted to save my Death Company for turn 3 so they get the Blood Angel Super Doctrine. Wasn't able to make that happen. Had to jump in. Wanted to take care of that character, so at least I got a head hunter point there. Tied up that Plagueburst Crawler again. Lost Mephiston in the duel to Typhus. Really thought I could make that one better, but really burned through too many CP on turn 1 to make what I want to have happen.
No.
Cool.
So the end of Connor's turn 2. So my trap card was played. Obliterators, they were shielded by all these Poxwalkers, and Poxwalkers died. So they did their job. Over here though, so Mephiston did make a charge into Typhus, and he used his last CP for Black Rage or something.
Red Rampage.
Red Rampage. And there was an epic duel, but Typhus ended up winning out in the end. And then all of these Death Company made all their charges. They waxed the Jump Lord. He died. And then they put the PBC down to 4 wounds. So, yeah, and that was the end of his turn. So right now the score is actually tied. It is 5-5. So let's go on to my turn, turn 3. Okay. My turn was really good. Typhus is awesome. So Typhus just tanked like everything. Basically smacked down a bunch of Death Company. Hopefully I can hold in over there, but I don't have too much hope. I lost the PBC finally, which was holding Lamarty's at bay, but now Lamarty's gonna run around doing Lamarty's things. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. The Blood Angels characters, they just hit so hard. But the biggest thing is that, you know, at this point he kind of almost has nothing. So I'm hoping that I can just basically coast out the rest of the game. But we'll see what happens, because you can't ever count out dice. So. All right, so the end of the Chaos turn 3. So I killed a big chunk of the Death Guard, or the Death Company, but I did not quite. Typhus was a beast. He beasted so many 4-up invulnerable saves. It was bonkers. And then I lost the PVC over there, so he's gotten a kill. Put this guy at 3 wounds left. This guy deep struck in and killed the captain here and killed one dude there. And that's about it. So right now the score is 10-5, and let's go on to the Blood Angels turn 3.
Okay, so at the end of the Blood Angels turn, really happy with doing 4 wounds to the Terminator Sorcerer down there with bolt guns. Super random, failed so many saves, so that was a lot of fun. Really limited on my resources right now. Lamardes came in, took out the Demon Prince with really no issues, but then Typhus interrupted and really put the hurt on the Death Company. The Death Company didn't get charged or didn't charge this turn, so they lost all their bonuses, and that really hurts them because they're just down to 2 attacks apiece. So this is probably it. Moving into turn 4. I know we're tied on points, but he definitely has model and board control, so we'll see what we can eke out here.
Alright, so that turn was really good. I was not able to kill Lamardes, so I have a bad inkling about what Lamardes is about to do. I had to charge it with a PVC to stop him from heroically intervening or charging Typhus, because I don't want him to get into Typhus. But other than that, though, I mean, I've killed pretty much everything else. So he's got a Veteran Sergeant left and Lamardes. So at this point, I've basically got the game, and so we'll just see what Connor's going to do to get a few more points back.
Okay, so not much left for me, so all I was able to do was get Lamardes in, he blew up that PVC on 1 or 2 wounds, whatever it was. It exploded, killed him, killed Typhus, and damaged the last one, so that maxed out my Headhunter points, so...
It killed Lamardes, too.
It did, yeah.
Vengeance!
Killed Lamardes in the blast. He couldn't make any of us feel no pain, so... not bad for, like, the last thing I had to do in the game. Also killed the Sorcerer Lord.
That's right, yeah, with
I killed
the
the
freaking
Sorcerer
Veteran
Lord
Sergeant.
with a Veteran Sergeant who gets a ton of attacks with a Chainsword and on Blood Angels and the Assault Doctrine, so pretty good.
Ridiculous. Okay, so we didn't really film the end of that last turn. Basically, what ended up happening was after, as you guys can hear during the chat, so essentially after my turn, he had this Veteran Sergeant and Lamardes over here. Lamardes then, on his turn, killed the PVC, which blew up, which killed Typhus, Lamardes, and damaged that, which we didn't even put on there. And then this dude charged in and killed a damn Terminator Sorcerer. Can't make this shit up. But yeah, that Terminator Sorcerer just biffed it. Other than that, we just kind of played out like what would have happened. I would have moved a blitz up, killed that last dude. Arimon advanced, got really far, and then he warp time advanced over here, basically giving me another objective, and then giving me line breaker or behind enemy lines for the last 2 turns. And yeah, so the score would have ended up 29-12 in my favor. So, Connor, what'd you think?
It's good. I haven't played Chaos in a while. Unfortunately, you want me to come in, but you want me to come in not so much to do close combat as to be tied up in close combat and then just smoke to death. So, yeah, I don't have a lot of psychic answers. I only bring 2 psychic characters. They die a lot because they're really good and they get targeted down. So, yeah, I don't have a psychic answer. I did better than I thought I would, I have to say. There's a lot fewer bodies on the table than I thought would be here at the end of the game. So Death Company is brutal. Bring as many as you can, but they're still Space Marines in the day. Once you focus them down, they go down. That 6 of Feel No Pain helps a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, no, it was a great game, man. I had a lot of fun. I had to take first because I know what Death Company will do. Yeah. So that's why I took first. I know most conventional knowledge is take second when you can, but I just couldn't allow, especially on pointy figurehead, like he would have been over here, and a lot of stuff would have died. So good game, man.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys at the next battle report here on Heretic Wargaming.